applications. One moment. Okay. The first one, let's minimize. I hope I told you once we download this one, just click on connectors and then SQLite, and then we can go back to this one. So the first query, we can do this. As I said, in this one, in this business case studies, whatever the points we have, that should we get into the tables or not? For example, a little bit extract tables and columns. All right, just go up. And I think one moment, test.db. One second. One second, guys. We'll just wait for some time. Okay. So the first thing, I share you this link, and we understand SQL is one of the query language, and we download the database file, .db file, and then we download the software because download it, and then we get to know the data sets. This is one of the UCI, because all the data sets can available in UCI repositories. Understand what is meant by UCI, guys? University of California, Irvine. I mean, this is university who created the database, only data set for understanding all those things. And then we discussed what is server, database, schema, and all those things, guys. So whatever the business columns we have, those columns you can find out here, guys. Those columns, just one moment, I'm getting just those columns we find out here or not in this table part. Why it's not getting? Let's close. I think it got stuck. Let me one more time. So all these columns I showed on Friday or not? All these attributes can import it to the DB or not? So this is what we've been done, and we stop the sessions there. So let's open one more time. And how do I extract the data from the database? What we're doing, we are generating raw data. Because the data generates from the database is never be clean data. Are you understand? So let's one moment. I'm going to create a new Python notebook. Just go back and just one second. New Python. And let's close this. And I'm going to, I hope everybody's connected this one. Or maybe tables. We have these data sets. We have these columns, isn't it? So all these column names we have or not, guys? So this is called business. So that's why whenever we go any organizations, the first step is to share the KT and the business knowledge and database credentials. Once we go ahead and do this, so what exactly first thing? What is the name of the data DB data set, right? So I can say this, guys. The first query, we start the first programming language is, let's have a look at this basic query. After opening dber and downloading the database file from the link mentions at the top of the page. So we need to work on SQLite. Once you click this, so how do we open it? Just you can go ahead and right click, and you can just one second, guys. So SQLite, SQL editor or not, open SQL script. Okay, this is open and new script. Once you open new script, the new script is opened or not. Understand? And very simple here, just scroll down. Once we scroll down, open up database to file download. If you're using DB, then right click on a DB and open new SQL script. Just now we done this, right, guys? Once we done, first query is select statement. What is the first statement, guys? Select statement. I said select star from data set one. Let's copy and I'm going to go ahead and let's present here. And did you see these options play button? Just once we click select statement, very simple. Click this. Once we get back, or maybe I think I can select statement. Guys, are you understand? Because it's pointing to another DB, that's why. So do you see we have all these databases are generates or not, guys? Here, don't save. So do we see the datas are created? Guys, are you understand or not? So very simple. Let's select this or maybe click the cursors and select options. We found all the records are generated. All the records are generated. So this is database or not? This is called database. And how do we export this data? How do we export this data? Just click here. Once you click here, then right click, export data. Isn't it, guys? Right click, export data. Once we export to data, it is asking me which file you wanted to export. You want a CSV file, you want HTML, you want a JSON, you want a Markdown, SQL, source code, text, and XML. So at this moment, I just want to select export to CSV file. Just go ahead and click next. And once we go to the next, nothing gonna change anything. So this again, once again, select next. And then it asking for binary inline encoding binary by default. No need to change anything, guys. This part as well. Then go to the next options. And here, timestamp. Do you want timestamp? First thing is year, month, date, hour, minutes. And also you can change your timestamp based on user requirement like date, month, year, and all those things, guys. And once we do this, if you want to make a compress file, just you can compress file or it's not required. No need to change anything. But one moment, yes, it is asking for directories or not, guys. So what I'm going to do, I'll click it here and change my new locations, new, and then folder, and I can say SQL Server Workshops. Let's go ahead and underscore, and then select folder. Select folder. Are you understand? Because I make my folder in the desktop. Once we done, then go ahead to next and then proceed. Did you see transfer data successfully done or not? You want me to do once again? You want me to do once again? So let's go ahead and we can focus on this one. So here, select this entire records, all right? And then right click, export data, and then CSV file. And next, again, scroll down, next, and then we can go ahead and proceed. Once we go ahead proceed, it'll create the data transfer done. Now once we're done, let's control D. Let's minimize. In my desktop, I created one folder called SQL. Did you see the folder is created or not? Now let's open it and let's go ahead and, because so that's why 2 times it's been done. So once we go ahead to the Excel, let's close this. Understand? So this is raw data or clean data? This is raw data, means we generate the data from the SQL database. Understand, guys? And we stored in the system. So we have here destinations, passengers, weather, temperature, time, coupon. So did you see coupon? How to clean, guys? NED, I was talking about replace, regex, all those things, guys. Replace, and then expressions, coupon expressions, state, gender, unmarried, does they have children and occupations, and then income. This is also raw data, isn't it? And did you see if you have some tilt symbols are there or not? Definitely, these are unstructured data again, guys. And if I say this is also a little bit cleaned, but when you talk about unstructures, a lot of missing values, we have many things we have, guys, over here. So just go back and we generate the raw data from the DB. This is the first part. Am I clear? So what statement we've been used? Very simple. Select star from name of the table. Select star from name of the. I hope you understand, guys. Now let's go ahead to the another query. Now select statement, the most basic query used to pull data from the database. What is select statement does, guys? It pull data from the database. Are we done right now? Isn't it? We done. And the next step, just go ahead to the another one. So what is this select? Select, this is the command from. This tells the database where the data comes from or pulls from data set one. This is the table you're pulling the data from, isn't it? And semicolon. And also you can also write the query in one line. Just have a look at this. Let's copy and I'm going to paste here. Also run this. Are you understand? Even though one line code also you can execute this one. Team understand or not? So what is the next step? The next step is we extract the data. Now, very simple. Can we load the data here or not? Import pandas as PD, just one, and PD df equal to pd.read underscore CSV and read the raw string. And then what is the locations file path name, guys? Just right click and then properties. You go to the properties. Let's copy and you can mention this one. And I'm going to put the file name Control C and .csv df dot at. Great. Are you understand or not? So what we understand the business, and then I send the link, we download the database. Okay. We read the tables attributes and business attributes both are matched, isn't it, guys? The table attributes, business attributes both are matched. Once both are matched, what happened? And then we read the attributes in the DB and we export the data. We get the data, raw data from the database. And then we stored in which format? CSV format. We stored in CSV format. Once we stored in CSV format, what we done? We just open a pandas again, Python. I hope understand. We open this one once again. And once we do, what is the next step, guys? Let's go ahead and we can follow this. df.head and we read the data frame. We create the data and we read the data frame. Team, you understand or not? Now, can we go for data explorations? Now, there may be a lot of people might be they have questions. The question is, can we connect directly? Isn't it? Can we connect directly from Python to SQL DB? Yes, you can connect. If you can connect, but who will clean the data? Who will clean the data? Isn't it, guys? The visualizations and model building will happen once the data is cleansed. Once the data is cleansed. So to clean the data, first thing we need to extract and then load it to program, load to the program, and then we clean it required, and cleansing is required. Cleansing is required. Guys, are you understand? So, but here what happened? Oh, there is the other way. In SQL itself, you can write a query, and clean it, and then export the clean data. These are two possible. Here, you understand? The first possibilities is in the SQL query, you can write and clean it, all the tilde symbols, take out those things. That is one option. The other option is what? You extract the raw data first, and then we can open this one and starts works on it as well. The way we done. And df.describe. What describe does, guys? What describe does? It'll give you descriptive statistics informations of the data. It gives you descriptive statistics informations of data. Now, can you go for the data cleansing or not? Can we analyze one by one? Can we go for univariate df.info? I hope you know this. And then you can try df.shape, isn't it? df.shape, and that's what all those things we've been done. Yes, guys. Yes, how many 12,000 rows and 27 columns? And how to choose right variables and all those things. What is independent? What is dependent? What is regressions, guys? If dependent variable is continuous, then we call regressions. What is classifications? If dependent variable is, yeah, so that's what I'm saying. Data directly from data to data frame without CSV. Do it. But what is the problem? Why we do it? We need to do for future predictions. We need to clean it in Python code, right? And then we need to visualize. Visualizations can't possible in SQL. Yes, if that, see, let me tell you, one interview questions. Let's assume if the data is too big, so that's why we have MongoDB, we have many advanced databases are there in the market. These MongoDBs and all those things we don't been implemented, and Apache HBase. There are a lot of new databases are planted in the world, guys. And you can go back to, see, let's assume, good questions, but I'm telling you guys here, in Wipro database, data available from 1978 to 2023. Am I correct or not? Yes, Shubhushan and Nagesh. But my question, will you build the model from 1978 to 2023? I don't think so. So this is also one interview question. In existing projects, you said you are a data scientist, but can you please tell me what is the data set size you work on? But if the data is too big, I don't think so. Data is look for, it might be different thing again. So if the data is too big, then you need to implement Spark. Then we need to implement Spark, big data tools. Then we need to implement big data tools. We need to create a Spark data frame. And there, or maybe we can go back to the data breaks. Guys, understand? Yes, Shubhushan and Nagesh. Yes, guys. Okay. And that's what I'm saying. There's two things. Either you clean the data, export to CSV, and clean in Jupyter is one options. Right? This is one way. Other way, you can write all SQL query and clean and then export. This is another one. So, but if you directly connect from SQL, to DB, what happened? The data is, you must be clean. Once the data is clean, once we split the data into independent variable and dependent variable. Yes, there's a two things, guys. The questions which you guys are asking, that's most relevant to the database itself. It stuck there itself, guys. What is the next step? You please think about next step. Guys, are you understand or not? Everyone. Okay, Nagesh, I hope clear. And the next one, can we explode now? Can we explode now or not? So if the data is too big, you cannot work with pandas. So what is happen on this case? How to build the model? So to build the model, we take data from 2016 to 2023. Understand? And 2016 to 2022, we used for training, and 2023, we use for testing. Are you understand, guys? So what is today's date? So today's date is 17th March or April? April 2023 we use for testing, guys. From tomorrow, data is there or not? From 18th April to 30th April, model is already given predictions, guys. Model already given predictions. And you compare live versus predictions. Are you understand or not? And then that's called test cases. I'll talk about all those things later part. I'll talk about all those things in later part of the sessions. Understand you? So let's go back. So we have here the thing is, so different company use many database tools, guys. Some of them Hadoop. In Hadoop itself is stored in the Databricks file storage, distributed file storage. It comes up. When the data is too big, then we can use distributed file storage. We can store the data in cloud and many tools we have. All right. So let's the problem comes, then think about the solutions. Understand or no? So live versus predictions we done. Clear, guys? Everybody's understood up to this? Okay, great. And then this is one options, other options. So you can explore univariate, bivariate correlations. What is the range of the correlation? -1 to 1. Positive correlation, 0 to 1. Negative, -1 to 0. All the time we considered positive or negative, guys? Positive correlation, strong positive correlations. And then next one, go ahead to the next step. Okay. So in this case, you know, in Python, we can data cleansing in Python and SQL, both is possible. So here, have a look at this, guys. So this one, another statement. Select weather temperature from data set 1. What exactly I'm saying? Select weather temperature from data set 1. So what is output I'll get here now? What output I'll get here, guys? Will distinct only 2 attribute informations or not? So maybe select distinctions passenger from data set 1. So we have only 2. But how can we write a code in Python, guys? df, and then we can apply the square brackets, and then we can put the column names or not. That means data cleansing happening in SQL, in Python. Both is possible. Team, you understand? So look at this. So select statement we done, and next go back to the another one. So this only select the weather and temperature columns from the data set, guys. Now let's go to limit. What is the query? Limit can be used to limit the amount of data that is pulled into a query. Very useful when first exploring the data. So select star from data set 1, limit 10. I hope everybody understand or not. What exactly it does, guys? It will gives us top 10 records. It gives us top 10 records. But if we want to print the records top 10 in Python data frame, what we use? Dot head 10. Head means by default give you 5 rows, guys. But we pass 10 and we get 10 records. Means data cleansing happened in SQL and Python. But SQL, you don't have visualizations, guys. SQL, you do not have. If everything is done in SQL, then no need to create a Python programming, isn't it? Guys, are you getting my point? And there's a lot of big lines to do there. So many databases are here. Many DBA guys are here, guys. Are you understand? But that is only database to ITL. Database is a lot of tools, data warehouse, DBA admin, create the, data architectures, many things we have. But when terms of model building, you can't build the model in SQL. Are you understand? It's not possible. But yes, for that reason, we need to create a Spark sessions, which is PySpark. That's what the PySpark has been created. I hope you got your answers, guys. All right. Next step. The next step is, okay. Limit 10. Are you understand what is mean by limit 10? If I say limit 5, what exactly happened? Great. Let's go ahead and we top 5 records of the historical data. This is historical data or not? I will tell you how exactly future predictions stored in the DB. We can focus all those things, guys. Next one, distinct, gets the unique value from a column. What exactly I'm saying? Get the unique values of a column. So guys, I shared this note, I shared this document to you. Did you download it? You have neat and clean information. I just want you to start works step by step. Are you understand this practical? This workshops was aiming to, I don't want you to make expert, but try to understand where the data origin starting point. Understand starting point is, first we have one business decided by some of the leaders, the business, whatever discussions, the architectures, and they make an attributes, those attributes are stored in the database, right? And when you see all the attributes, you can find out in the DB. And then you can download any database, guys, to exploration, to explanations. I simply use one of the DB to explore, isn't it? And once we do this, what happened? We write a SQL query, we hit to the DB, extract the data. We hit to the DB and extract the data. Once we extract the data, cleansing, it's possible in SQL, data cleansing possible in Python. Understand? After you do that, what would be the next step? The next step is split the data, X-train and independent, dependent, then X-train, X-test, Y-train, Y-test, then build the model, then predict the model, then future test cases. All those things I'll get back to you in future classes, guys. Okay. Now, next one, distinct, gets the unique value from a column or query. So when I say, let's copy and just so I can. So select distinct passenger from data set one. So passengers, how many unique values, guys? In Python, which functions we used? Anybody remember? Unique only, n unique. Have you tried? N unique. Okay. N unique function is try, guys. All right. So this is alone, friends, kids, partners, all of things we have, guys. These are called n unique. You can also understand this. Distinct part is clear. Now the SQL is easy or tough? Offline team, please don't sleep, attend the class. Are you understand or not? Okay. And the next one, can we go back to the another one, where clause? So let's talk about select from data set where destination is equals to home. So what exactly I'm saying, let's apply this. Select star from data set where destination equals to home. That means you get only row records where which contains only home or not. Do you understand? And then once we go back to work, and let's go ahead and we can check this, it will print out the records where only you can find the work or not, guys. Team, you understand? And next step. So can you please work like that or not? Can you please work like that, everyone? Yes, online team. Online team never responds. Maybe all are VIP people. I understand, guys. So actually what happened, I wanted to share this. I already shared. I request you to please complete the SQL part, guys. Please complete the SQL part. Everybody is getting my point or not? Everybody is getting my point. And Matplotlib Seaborn, I gave you a lot of the assignments, guys. Maybe you're working or not. It's up to you. It's up to you. Just one moment. Anybody done, guys? Guys, I just want you to tell, if you are expert at SQL, we don't want a data science. Please understand that. Are you clear what I'm saying? So SQL, for SQL, company has SQL developer, DBA, data warehouse. Are you understand or not? Lot of people we have. So you are a data scientist. You are a data scientist. And even though within the company, if you say you are expert at SQL, still they don't want internal transitions to data scientists. Do you know? Are you guys getting my point? Let's say I'm expert at SQL in my organizations. I'll go my HR, I'll go my managers. Can you please give me designation of data scientist? They never give you. They will hire you outside, but they never give you guys. There's a lot of reasons in it. Understand or not? So to get outside opportunities, please follow this and practice. Understand, team, what I'm saying? So don't show your exposures, whatever you have in organizations, doesn't care, because in futures we talk about AI as well and all those things. Let's go ahead and continue this. SQL, but I shared this link. Please work on this. And there are a few things. And project 16. SQL to Python, guys. Understand or not? SQL used for data analysis. Okay. Now the next step today, I'm trying to introduce statistics, guys. Today, I'm trying to introduce statistics. Entire this week, I will go ahead to the statistics sessions. And this session is a little bit theory, but the theory, I will tell you, see, how the EDA is connected to regressions or classifications. Are we understand or not? Are we understand, guys? Clear. Now, how statistics is connected to machine learning model evolutions is important. So this week, I will more talk about starts theory. From next week onwards, when I explain machine learning, you get to know in later part of the sessions, guys. So far, in the meantime, you have a lot of assignments. By the time 1 week we continue, you will complete all these previous pending tasks so that both time would be managed here. Okay. All right. So before I go for stats, do you remember we've been done a lot of assignments like matplotlib, seaborn? Guys, are you working all those things? It's exciting. Are you understanding? We've been spent almost like 1 month, and I hope you guys get a lot of things from my sessions, isn't it? A lot of things. So here, same way we done visualizations, you know what is the plot, you know what is outlier, what is anomaly detections, and comparison of all those things. Many things you learned, isn't it? And this is just a basic, and we going to learn more advanced part as well, guys, slow by. Yeah, so April month and 17th and 18th. So in statistics, there's a two type of things, guys. In statistics, so as I said, first we understand the business analyst first, then data analyst. If the data in structured format or structured data, you can use data analyst work, guys. Maybe Python, maybe SQL, all those things you can use. When the data engineer required, data engineer, if the data is unstructured, that means the data directly comes from Netflix, the data directly comes from Twitter APIs. I will tell you how AI is handled to these APIs as well. And then if the data is unstructured like web log files, this type of, we need big data tools. We need big data tools. What is the big data tools? The big data tools are, we have Hadoop and we have Spark and cloud also you can use, guys. Team, you understand or not? So actually, so business data analyst and data engineer only and only worked on historical data, and they don't have any idea about what is dependent variable, what is independent variable. Which problem statement belongs to reg, belongs to classifications, belongs to deep learning, belongs to neural network, belongs to OpenCV. Guys, are you getting my point? So that's the thing called data scientist. Everybody's clear or not? Everybody's clear, guys? So now maybe data analyst can extract the data, but data scientist can write the query, same data extractions, but with relevant attributes to save the time in the organizations. Team, everybody is getting my point, what I'm mentioning here. So today, everybody know what is meant by data analyst, data engineer, and data scientist. You are data scientist. So the course name is full stack data scientist, guys. Are you understand? So to bring a model, any model, ML model, AI model, OpenCV models, you need to understand business. Once you understand business, attribute understanding is second. Then selections of attributes is third. Based on attribute, we fit the business into regressions or classifications or clustering. And then we build the model building. And once we model building, we predicting, and then testing. Once we apply testing, implement on live. Then we have to do live test cases. Once we do live test cases, then we go for deployment. Once we go for deployment, then we have maintenance, guys. Are you understand or not? Once we maintenance, then every day data increase in the database or not? Retrain the model with new data, with new data. And then we validating all those things, guys. It's a cycle. This cycle keep on continue. This cycle keep on continue. Team, are you understand what exactly I'm saying? Please listen very carefully. Clear? Okay. So this part we done now, this part we done now, this part we done now. We heading toward this part, but before that, testing. Testing means it's not, do you know, all Selenium test cases are automized. 24/7 call centers are automized, right? Now, no one go and stand in a bank now. You can open a bank account in phone, online. Everything is digitalized. What is meant by digitalized? Automizations. Repeat work stopped. Repeat work stopped by whom? By technology. What is the technologies? These are the packages. Java, C, C+, we have since 30 years, guys. Are you understand? So same code has been repeated. But now using Python, the data increase, they created a packages, guys. Are you understand? I was talk about there's a package called, anyway, those things later. Clear. So today I'll start statistics. Statistics is very important one data science journey, guys. And statistics is an ocean. Are you understand? Statistics is an ocean. I will tell you whatever the key tests and relevant to regressions, relevant to data science, those things we covered. What is stats.api? So now, guys, data science is all about math equations. What equations, guys? Math equations and statistics equations. You know, sir, what is the proof? I'll show you. See how many equations we have in upcoming days. And today onwards, you're going to understand all of things, guys. Just go back and downloads and prepared by learners. Okay. Formula sheets. All these equations and equations starting from now, So what is hyperplane? F value, cost functions, predicted height, ridge regularize, error rate, FPR, sigmoid, logistic, SVM. Now there is nowhere linked to SQL, guys. These equations are nowhere linked to Java. These equations are nowhere linked to anywhere. Guys, understand? So this is all things linked to the package, and the name of the package called sklearn. The name of the package is, so when we call from sklearn, entire formula is inbuilt by this package. But this package is written in C++ and Java. Are you understand? Guys, getting my point? So that's why being a non-technical exposure, you can use this. So these packages are written in Java and C++. Are you understand, guys? So Java jobs evergreen, data science jobs evergreen. Understand, team? So that's where everybody just step into here. So how to find those equations? You get to understand all these equations by continuations of the sessions only. By continuations of the sessions only, you can understand. So whatever the knowledge you gain from expertise from organizations, so you gain those expertise in one organization. So when you go to another organizations, you need to gain a new business. Are you understand or not? New tools, but you have experience of how to do a little bit experts you gain. That's it. Am I clear? Okay. Now minimize this and I will share data science statistics for data science and business analysis. In statistics, we have three topics, guys. The first one is descriptive statistics and inferential stats, guys. Understand? Inferential stats. For descriptive, which functions we used? Okay. Descriptive, which functions used, guys? Dot describe. But before I start descriptive, tomorrow I'll start, but I just wanted to close up some things. What is populations? What type of data we have? Let's understand. Data understanding is type of data. We have two type of data. One is categorical, one is numerical. What is categorical data? Let's say Audi, BMW, Mercedes. These are categorical data or not? Student passed the exam or failed the exam. Category. Yes or no. Category. True or false. Category. Answer the questions. Cat or dog. Category. Are you understand? Those type of data is called category. So that's why when you see in the data set, the data mix with category and numbers as well. And numbers as well. So numerical. So we have numerical data like discrete and continuous. Guys, are you see? I'm not taking much theory. I just give you example and close it. Understand? So here numerical data, numerical, discrete and continuous. My question, regression is continuous problem or discrete problem? Continuous or discrete? In interview, they'll ask you what type of data we call discrete data, what type of data we call continuous data. Understand? So how do you answer? Please remember these examples. So now what is continuous? Student height and weight, isn't it? So when you're small kid, so the height is less, weight is less. When you grow big, they keep on increasing or not? Student marks. Are you getting weather temperatures, gold price? All these are continuous or not? What is discrete? Children, you want to have SAT score. Score stop till 100. Score cannot cross 100, guys. Children's. Do you think children's keep on increasing? I never see, man. Isn't it? Guys, are you getting me or not? So discrete. So here, numerical data represents number. It divides into two groups. One is discrete, continuous. Discrete can be counted in a finite manner. Discrete count in a, for example, children's you have like 2, like 3, like 4. And SAT score. Score, what is the maximum score? 100. Do you see any scores greater than 101? Rate of a meal, maybe 1 to 5 star or 1 to 10 star. Have you see 50 star of a rate? I never see anywhere, man, isn't it? So this is called, this type of data we called as, this type of data we called as discrete continuous. Remember this one. In naive Bayes, I will tell you few Bayesian theorems in upcoming days, guys. Okay, levels of measurement. So before that, let's minimize. Just one moment. Okay. So before I start, first thing I'll heading toward populations and variance, guys. Populations and sample. I hope everybody know what is populations. Large group of people is called populations. What is sample? Randomly, when I pick some of the individuals, that's called sample. So here, the populations to sample, we call it sampling technique. What techniques, guys? Sampling techniques. From sample to populations, we call it as inference techniques, guys. There's a two techniques. One is sampling technique, one is inference technique. Understand? That's it. Am I clear or not? No need to mention this one. So here, when I change this populations to sample, we call it as sampling technique. And from sample to populations, we call this inferences. Inference. Okay. Now, just go back. Let me tell you. Population had some populations formulas. What formulas, guys? So we have populations formula and sample formula. I mean, I can say populations data set and sample data set, guys. Listen to me very carefully. So now I'll give you one example. Let's say in Wipro, so 1973 to 2023, either data is population or sample. Is the data is population or sample, guys? Populations data set, guys. Guys, are you understand? Now, if you build the model from 2016 to 2023, now the data is population or sample? Very good, sample data set. Now here, my dear friend, I just want to inform you that populations we called parameters, sample we called statistics. So what we learning now? Statistics. We learning statistics means the data is sample or population. Very good. If the data is sample, we need to implement sample formula or population formula. Excellent. Which formula we need to implement? Sample formula. So every times, so 99% data set lies on sample data set, not populations. When the data is sample, we need to implement sample formulas. Slow down. I just get back to you everything step by step. And I'll connect statistics to machine learning. Connection is very important. Clear? Okay. I hope understand. So let's close this. Let's close this. Fundamental of descriptive data. Just now I said categorical data or not? I'll give you, but how to visualize categorical data, guys? How to visualize categorical data? What is categorical data? Data divided into two types. One is category, one is BMW, Audi, yes, no, true, false category. Numbers, continuous and discrete, continuous, infinity manner, discrete, finite manner. Remember the example. Here, I'll have some of the data, guys. Frequency. Today onwards, please use this of the time. You need to talk about these wording, guys. Here, let's say in Audi farm, Audi brand, 124 cars sold. How many cars sold, guys? BMW 98 cars sold, Mercedes 113 cars sold, right? So now how you visualize, then Audi has to be market or not, guys? You need to display this into this. So do you think he display like Excel sheets or visualizations? Now the Audi brand can visualize the sale of a year, sales of month or sales of a year, the card sales, seasonal sales, yearly sales, annual sale, monthly sales, half yearly sales, many sales we have. Now the Audi brand can showcase this on Excel sheets or graph. Can we plot this graph? Isn't it? By look at the graph, can't we say what is the highest frequency? Audi. What is meant by frequency? The car sold. In non-technical, say the car sold. Technical, when you present this data to the leaders, you can say, sir, look at the frequency is very high compared to Audi. When we say these are two things, car sold and frequency, the word is different, but understanding the level of, it's rich, all those things, technical, what we call as guys. Now, very simple. I'll give you the small data sets right now. So here, let's do this. Right now, I done this in my Excel sheets. Will you program in Python now? I'll give you 5. Or it's today, you can check this bar chart. The first thing, I'll give you a small task, guys. Please plot this bar chart of categorical data using Python. Using, will you do this and update me? You use anything. Very simple. I have small data. This is categorical data or not? Or the BMW frequency. In the data sets, you can create. Okay, so let's copy and I can go ahead to let's plot this. Oh, I think you can write this, guys, isn't it? I think you can write this. Audi 124, BMW 90, and Mercedes 93. Offline team you can write down. Online team also can write down. Very simple. You can. How do you program this in Python? Let's do this and post me today. All right, guys. Who's in the classroom? Let's do pie chart. I will tell you what is frequency, what is relevant frequency, what is relative frequency, cumulative frequency. These frequencies we understand later part of it, guys. Am I clear? Today we statistics. Tomorrow onwards we'll start statistics. Okay, and we work all those things. Please attend regularly. Make notes when you listen the classes. And I know you're expert at your team, guys, but not in DS. So here I'll cover all the topics. And by the end of the journey, you are more confident and you speak to your leaders. Your personal learning is definitely growth, undoubted about it. Clear? Please work and update me your works in the classroom. Thank you so much and have a good day, guys. Rohit. So if I give you a math equations, how to find out which logic you need to implement, Rohit? Based on practice. How to select relevant attributes. I will give you practical, I'll give you tasks, just wait for some time. At this moment, the first attribute is business understanding. Okay, Rohit, this is the first thing. Second one, we have backward eliminations. The third one, we have some correlations. Fourth one, heat map. Yes. Thank you, Nitish. Yeah. Thank you. Okay. And Anusha, unmute you. Please go ahead.
Sir,
yes, Anusha.
Speaking Telugu.
Yeah, you can go ahead.
So, internship and experience candidates తో ఒకసారి మాట్లాడుస్తారా?
We'll discuss later, not now.
Yeah,
okay.
Thank you, sir.
So are you practicing, Anusha, every day? See,
Not
there's
yet. I'm listening classes when I have doubts, twice or thrice.
Okay, so do one. So if you have doubts, why don't you post your doubts here? Have you ever posted from the day one? I'm saying, and every day.
Posted once. I posted one time.
Okay, and also we have lab mentors are there. Every day, are you connecting 2 p.m. to 4 p.m. or you working professional?
I'm not working professional.
Okay, so are you in India or out of India? In
I'm
all,
in US now.
okay, if you're in US, there's a two timings for you, 9:30 a.m. to 11 a.m. one timing, and 5 p.m. to 6 p.m. two timing. You can, anyone, like we have mentors, Uma Sankar, Sandeep, Gopika, Avini, all of they can help you.
Okay,
And
sir.
you can ask them, they will guide you. If they not guide you, then I will connect one day. No need to worry.
Okay, sir.
Okay, Anusha,
Okay, sir.
thanks. So first, listening the class and without practice doesn't make sense. Please, I hope understand. I do.
Yeah.
So please take time and work at least 1 hour per day. Okay.
Okay, sir.
Okay. Any more questions?
Yeah.
Thank you. Okay, we connect tomorrow and have a good day. Bye, guys.